Live. All right. This is going to be a little more informal because this is the live reading
Wait,
from
hold on. We should
SoccerCon.
wait because no one's watching it yet.
But that's fine. I mean, we're not. I'm not. I can't just wait for people to. Like, what do you think?
He'll be able to watch it later, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The video will still show up later, so I can still do a little
Okay.
impromptu.
Well,
Then there's no problem.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we should give a little bit of context. We are at SoccerCon 2019 in Seattle.
There's not very many people up here. In fact, I will pick up the laptop and show you that there's like hardly anybody here. All right. This is like a very empty room. We're on like the top floor in Seattle.
In Seattle.
Seattle, yeah, I already made that joke yesterday.
Oh.
I didn't feel like pronouncing Seattle. I was so tired. I just said
Well, on a
Seattle.
saddle, and I'm here too. Yeah.
All right, so thank you for showing up anyway. We're going to be doing Sans Extorial reading, and anybody that might happen to show up, anybody that wants to take a seat, that wants to partake in this, totally welcome to, because that's what it's for. Not that I think that anybody's actually going to do it, but it's fun.
It'd be really funny.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and start. So this is Sans Extorial, and it appears that
Just start right there, I guess. Right.
yeah, there's a
little author's note.
Yeah, there's an author's note before that. I'll just read it. Keep in mind, I won't do many Sans, as he isn't a character that I'm particularly fond of. I will do this time, but after this I might only do a couple. But if you really want a Sans lemon fluff, I will do it. We have one audience.
Hello, audience.
That was really great, actually. Okay.
Audience says hello, audience. We went over this. Come on. You're supposed to be audience.
Oh,
You're supposed to say many things at once.
Audience.
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 Toriel laughed to herself as she jotted down a few jokes in her diary, mostly puns, of course. She hadn't been sharing them with Sans through the locked door to the ruins since after Frisk left, everyone could just go everywhere they wanted, or above or underground. She had instead been pinning them up on an English class bulletin board since she finally got her dream of being an elementary school teacher. Sans worked at the school as a security monitor because it's the only job he could keep with this level of laziness. After all, it was an elementary school for monsters, so there weren't usually too many issues. During their breaks, Sans and Toriel would spend as much time as they could together. Sans had even moved in with Toriel so they could move forward in their relationship. However, their relationship had been innocent given the traumatic end of Toriel's family. But with Valentine's Day steadily approaching, Sans had a plan.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And that plan involved a lovely little thing he called taking her to a delightful place called the Bone Zone. Yes.
Oh my god.
All
right, now it's Valentine's Day. Sans had just completed preparations for Valentine's Day. It was the hardest he's worked in his entire life. He was filled with determination that he and Toriel would get it on. He baked her favorite flavor pie, just like she made for him all the time, a delicious cinnamon and butterscotch pie. Who doesn't love pie? He also went to Blukey's?
What? Blukey?
Who's Blukey?
Oh, Blukey. Yeah.
Oh.
They just came up with a cute little name,
Blukey's
shortened it, yeah.
To buy a big bucket of snails as a gift. Got her a bunch of new books about plants and bugs and even some roses and chocolates. Because, hey, it's Valentine's Day. He also got a few other things, but Sans wasn't going to give her those unless she agreed to his plan to bone her.
Oh my god.
When Toriel...
You know what's funny about that? Skeletons. Boner.
Okay. Where am I? Boner. When Toriel got home from school, she was kind of upset that Sans...
Go ahead.
Hey, Toriel, here's this bong. Sans has taken the day off, but at the moment...
Oh, yeah, happy 420, everybody.
Yeah, it's 420.
Okay, keep going.
The delectable aroma of butterscotch and snail goo, along with the smiling Sans holding a bouquet of roses. Her face immediately lit up. After a moment, it hit her. Sans, is this another one of those attempts? She asked. How he talks?
Yeah.
I have Sans Undertale.
Oh yeah, I should just totally ruin
Wait,
Sans'
hold on,
voice.
hold on. You have to have your hand off camera.
Yeah,
I could be doing anything.
yeah. I love that you, Sans. I love that you care about me enough to go through all this to be intimate with me. But I haven't done this since my son was alive, so I'm just bought for sure. But if I'm ready. Besides, don't you think I could? Don't you think you could do better than some old goat like me?
Oh, I just realized this is a fan fiction about a skeleton fucking a goat.
Oh yeah, it's your go again.
Toriel smiled. You really did go through a lot to get ready for this, huh? Well, I suppose it would be rude to decline such a romantic proposition.
Oh, I think you skipped one. It says Toriel if I thought that anyone was better for me, right?
Oh, yeah. That's alright. I suppose it would be, blah, blah, blah. Toriel took the roses from Sans' arms, and he led her to their shared bedroom, where she put them in a vase, as Sans put the lights to dim setting. Are you ready for the Bone Zone?
Hold on, that's my
Chuckle?
line.
I just wanted to read it.
No. Are you ready for the Bone Zone? Sans chuckled. Toriel smiled, and a light blush brushed her cheeks. She began to slip off her robes. Sans was. I can't believe nobody's interested in this. Come on.
No, what are you talking about? We got the people watching.
Yeah, tons of people.
I'm gonna go get the audience, but Kira, you got the rope,
Tristan,
right?
get the fuck down from there.
Shit. Yeah. So, are you ready for the Bone Zone? Sans chuckled. Toriel smiled, and a light blush brushed her cheeks. She began to slip off her robes. Sans was completely ecstatic that he finally succeeded in getting her to a place where she was ready to be intimate with him. Once she had stripped down to her purple undergarments, Sans could see just the top of her soft white breasts. Wow! Sans blushed. Toriel unclasped her bra. As it fell to her feet, she looked down, slightly embarrassed since she hasn't been exposed like this to Sans before this. She felt uncomfortable because she was a tad self-conscious of her figure. You look beautiful, Toriel looked up, smiling a little. You really think so? She asked. 100%, she giggled a little. Thank you.
She went over to the bed where Sans was and sat down in front of him. Sans stood up and removed his shorts to reveal a glowing...
What? Read it.
his glowing blue erection. Toriel couldn't help but blush at such a lewd sight. Sans...
Oh my god, I just saw people turning around on the escalator.
It's not that people are actively avoiding this area. That's why everyone's gone.
Yeah.
We have one person watching, though.
Oh my god, yeah, awesome.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, hey, well,
You haven't really missed much.
Oh, I was watching it.
God damn it.
Okay. Alright.
God damn it.
Where were you? Oh, right.
She,
Taking off her bra.
I'm not going to read what I just read last, but Toriel couldn't help but blush at such a lewd sight. Sans grasped the hem of Toriel's panties at the waist and slid them off of her body. Sans looked up at her. She was blushing almost as though it was her first time. Are you ready, Toriel? Sans asked. She nodded with a slight smile.
Yes, Sans stepped toward her, kissed her lips softly, and gently angled his phosphorescent shaft at her entrance. He
Look,
glanced...
it's a fucking glow stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta crack it first.
Oh, it's a bubble. Either that or a bubble wand.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
He glanced up at her face for the confirmation.
People are looking.
She nodded and slowly thrust into her pink womanhood. She moaned softly, and he began to move his member in and out of her slowly, increasing his speed. Sans reached up one of his hands and gently cupped her breast, squeezing it lovingly in his skeleton grasp. Toriel put her hand at the top of Sans, encouraging him to keep going. Once Sans had picked up speed, he pushed Toriel down onto her back and placed her legs over his broad shoulders so he could so he can better position himself to reach deeper into her entrance.
No.
This is a run. Am I really going to be the one to read the rest of this?
The next line is...
Oh, hell. All right.
Everyone's gone. Everyone just left again.
Everyone's gone.
So everybody who walks by gives
I got to do something real quick.
And anyone who walks by just kind of like looks.
Here's a little bit and then...
Oh, hey, you might get banned for showing boob on the street.
Shit. Yeah. No kidding. They saw male under boob. I'm gone now.
Yep, nope, they're coming for your channel.
Yep.
All 82.
The FBI's at the bottom of the stairs. I think we should be able to finish this before they get up here. Anyway,
back to... Oh, God, you need to read the next.
Yep. Once Sans had picked up some speed, he pushed Toriel down onto her bed and placed it over his broad shoulders so he could better position himself to reach deeper into her entrance. Sans began to pound her at inhuman speeds, causing her to moan like a... causing her to moan like a teenage girl losing her virginity. Oh, Sans.
No!
Oh my God, there's an actual picture. Don't show it.
Don't show it on the
Oh, Sans, go harder, were the only words she managed to gasp out between her feverish frenzy of moans. Sans happily obliged, and his eye began to glow brighter as his manhood grew even larger within Toriel's throbbing body.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he pounded rapidly in a burst as an attempt to make his partner climax. He thrust a few times and reached his peak as he released his sticky seed deep within the older woman. Her entrance tightened around his shaft as she reached her climax. Sans got into the bed, both of them panting side by side.
Wait, I want to read the end. We
All
should
right.
do this more often, Sans joked. Most definitely, Toriel said with a smile, prickling her snout a little. At the end, it says to be continued. So...
Yeah, this should be the image for it.
Oh God! Oh God!
All right.
No!
So this has
been live at SoccerCon,
yeah.
where we read erotica out loud in front of everyone.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Nobody did, but if people see the video after they'll see it.
People walked by and actually looked over here.
Oh yeah, definitely people saw it happening, but will they know that it was not just some fan fiction reader? It was Multibond Media. Subscribe on YouTube. This is live right now. You can see this happening. You can watch your favorite part because it hasn't happened yet.
Got like a 7-second delay.
It's right now.
Yeah, it's right now. Shit. Okay, well, anyway, after this, I guess we'll find another one and probably do it again. So, thank you guys.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna find another one, and then we're gonna do it all over again. That's all I wanted to say. Okay.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Here.